If you've been watching SML for a long time, you probably remember some of the craziest episodes that used to be funny but now feel completely out of place. Some SML episodes have aged horribly, from jokes that wouldn't fly today to scenes that feel weirdly uncomfortable. Let's dive into the ones that have been forgotten but deserve a second look just for the shock factor alone. The episode Cody's Happy Hanukkah attempted to shine a light on Hanukkah, but ultimately shifted focus to poking fun at Cody's beliefs instead. While the intention to celebrate and educate about the holiday was apparent, the execution fell flat in several areas. Some of the jokes did land, offering a few moments of genuine humor, yet others relied too heavily on stereotypes that come across as outdated and offensive in today's context. The depiction of Cody's family's traditions was exaggerated to the extent that it detracted from the comedic value and veered into misrepresentation. Comedy can be a powerful medium to explore cultural and religious themes, but it requires a nuanced approach that respects the portrayed subjects. When humor crosses the line into caricature, it risks alienating audiences rather than bringing them together. Today, there is greater awareness and sensitivity regarding how cultural and religious portrayals are represented in media. Many viewers are now more discerning about the implications of jokes and the cultural references behind them. In an era that values inclusivity and respect for diverse backgrounds, episodes like this one highlight the need for a more informed approach to humor. If this episode were to air today, it would not be well received by audiences who demand authenticity and sensitivity in storytelling. The backlash would stem from the failure to recognize Hanukkah's significance and celebrate it meaningfully without resorting to ridicule. Ultimately, comedy should uplift and unite, rather than perpetuate outdated stereotypes that can harm cultural understanding. This episode serves as a reminder of the importance of thoughtful representation in entertainment. Characters like Jeffy have always been known for their over-the-top antics and comedic behavior in animated shows. Is Jeffy throwing a tantrum? Nothing new, right? However, one episode called Jeffy's Tantrum took his typical outburst to an entirely different level, prompting a deeper reflection on how such scenes are portrayed. Looking back, while many viewers may have laughed at Jeffy's exaggerated antics, it's hard to overlook the problematic aspects of the episode, particularly in the way it presented mental health struggles. In our current cultural climate, where conversations about mental health have become more prominent and nuanced, many of Jeffy's actions and the responses from other characters carry implications that would be considered insensitive today. The humor that was once derived from Jeffy's tantrums feels dated and lacks the empathy that is increasingly expected from media portrayals of mental health. For instance, the episode treated his outburst primarily as fodder for laughs rather than taking time to address the underlying issues that could cause such behavior. While the creators likely intended the episode to be comedic, its handling of Jeffy's behavior and struggles hasn't aged gracefully. The one-dimensional portrayal of his character risks trivializing real emotional experiences, which could resonate with viewers who face similar life challenges. As society progresses and begins to understand mental health with more sensitivity, animated shows and all media must evolve as well. Oh boy, this one is a vast yikes. Black Yoshi was already a character filled with stereotypes, but the episode Black Yoshi's Fried Chicken took it to a new level. The storyline leaned heavily into outdated and offensive cliches, making it nearly impossible to watch without cringing. The portrayal was not just misguided, but deeply rooted in harmful stereotypes that have plagued media representation for years. The accumulation of these cliches created an uncomfortable viewing experience, overshadowing any potential comedic value the episode might have had. Instead of providing humor, it felt more like a caricature that perpetuated negative views and misunderstandings about a community. It's disappointing to see how the character of Black Yoshi, which could have been developed into something more nuanced and relatable, was instead reduced to a collection of offensive traits. As society progresses and becomes more aware of the impact of representation in media, it's essential to reflect on episodes like this one that have fallen flat and caused harm. This particular episode feels like one that should remain buried, not only because of the hurtful stereotypes, but also because of its lasting implications for how individuals are viewed and treated in real life. It's no surprise that discussions about this episode have dwindled over time. Many fans have chosen to overlook it, and with good reason. The desire for progress in storytelling means we must critique and learn from past mistakes, ensuring that future narratives move towards inclusivity and understanding. By confronting these outdated portrayals, we can collectively advocate for better representation in media, aiming for characters that reflect the diversity and complexity of real-life experiences instead of relying on tired tropes. What begins as a typical, ridiculous scenario, often found in the realm of SML, quickly escalates into content that would likely face significant backlash in today's more socially aware climate. The episode Cody's New Family, which follows Cody's storyline, takes a surprisingly uncomfortable turn that feels excessive and unnecessary for the sake of comedy. As a character, Cody has often been a source of humorous moments, typically balancing the line between absurdity and relatable traits. However, in this particular episode, the direction of his narrative ventures beyond the realm of lighthearted fun. Instead of maintaining a playful tone, the jokes cross into territory that feels inappropriate and cringeworthy when viewed from a modern perspective. It's a stark reminder of how comedic standards have evolved, particularly concerning respect for individual dignity and sensitivity toward various social issues. As the episode unfolds, viewers might question how such content received approval for broadcast. It raises important discussions about creators' responsibility regarding the material they put forward and its impact on audiences, especially younger viewers. In today's context, this storyline embodies the need for greater consideration of inclusivity and the potential harm that certain jokes can inflict. Reflecting on this episode, it is clear that what may have once seemed like harmless humor can reveal itself as problematic with the lens of time and social progression. The nuances of comedy have shifted greatly, prompting the need for a more conscious approach to storytelling. Ultimately, this episode serves as entertainment and a catalyst for dialogue about what constitutes acceptable humor in contemporary media. Shrek has long been a beloved character, known for his distinctive personality and quirky traits, including his insatiable obsession with cheesecake. However, in the Shrek's Diet, the humor took a more contentious turn. The premise revolves around Mario compelling Shrek to undergo a weight loss journey, but the execution feels more cruel than genuinely funny. Instead of lighthearted laughs, the exaggerated jokes focusing on Shrek's size and eating habits veer into uncomfortable territory, raising concerns about body shaming. In today's context, such humor would likely ignite backlash due to the growing awareness of body positivity and the negative impacts of weight-related jokes. The portrayal of Shrek's struggles with weight is not just about a comedic setup. It touches upon sensitive issues surrounding self-image and societal pressures to conform to certain body standards. While some might argue that it was all in good fun, it's crucial to recognize the potential harm in perpetuating stereotypes about body size. In contrast, the creators of SML have noticeably adjusted their approach to Shrek's eating preferences in recent content. Although they still playfully acknowledge Shrek's love for food, the tone has shifted significantly. The humor now tends to be more lighthearted and respectful, avoiding the harshness of prior jokes. This evolution reflects a broader shift in societal values regarding humor and respect for individuals of all shapes and sizes. As we look back on episodes like Shrek's Diet, it serves as a reminder of the importance of sensitivity and the impact of our words, especially in the realm of comedy. Ultimately, it's crucial to balance humor with compassion and understanding, ensuring that laughter doesn't come at the expense of others. It's crazy to look back at how much SML has changed over the years. Some episodes are timeless, but others, well, they're best left in the past. Which SML episode do you think has aged the worst? Let us know in the comments. Before you go, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. We've got plenty more SML deep dives coming your way.